Sounds good.
Who wants to start us?
This is Lois Elfman from the New York Amsterdam News. Just your thoughts on joining a team where you will see some familiar faces, not just Jasmine, but Asia Dure. So just your thoughts on being drafted by the Liberty.
Well, it's amazing being able to be with my teammates and join them, knowing that we've had chemistry for 3 and 4 years. But on top of that, the coaching staff in New York, I really bonded with them when I was talking to them after season. So not only is it a great coaching staff, but I'm joining my teammates. So it's a great feeling.
Now, Asia has some family roots in New York. Any chance you have family roots in New York?
No, sadly. We're all on the West Coast.
So you're in Colorado Springs now? Is that where your family is?
Yes, ma'am.
Just talk about how you're trying to stay in shape and get ready to come whenever we get called to say season's going to start and let training camp begin.
Well, my strength and conditioning coach out in Louisville, she's sending all of the players' boards, kind of like programs to do. So I'm just trying to follow the board, and then Colorado altitude's helping me. So that 7,000 feet is a little bit, but just pretty much
don't train on top of Pikes Peak. So that's I thought my ears were going to bleed when I went there.
Oh yeah, getting acclimated again is hard. My legs are numb and everything, but no, it's fun. I'm getting there.
Kylee, this is Danielle Lerner with The Athletic. Can you describe for us a little bit, what your setup was tonight out there with your family, and, who was there when you got the call, and kind of what went down?
I was with my dad, his girlfriend, and my brother and her children. We all joined around the TV, and then we saw in the lower screen how it said Jazz and Kylee 9 and 10 right next to each other. So we're like, okay. But then when Jazz got called in the first round, we all hopped up. We're like, oh. And then they're like, wait, they have next pick. And then Jazz called me, and I answered. I'm like, hey, Jazz. She's like, congratulations. I'm like, what? She's like, you got picked. I said, oh, man, I haven't even seen it yet. So then it went on the TV, and we were all jumping and laughing, and it was a good time. It was fun.
Hi, this is Jackie Powell at High Post Hoops. I just wanted to ask you to expand a little bit more upon how you really connected with the coaching staff of Walt Hopkins and Shelley Patterson. What did they say that made you feel so comfortable?
Talking to Walt Hopkins, he was kind of describing his style and what he wants to do with the new team, and it's a new atmosphere, new coaches. He described to me how he's already talked to the players who were on the team before, and how what's important to him, kind of what he wants to do with his team, building a new team. I talked to Dustin Gray, who also made me feel very comfortable about kind of the style of play that they want to do. I also like how Walt was real with me about how coming into the WNBA, it's much different. It's harder. So it's going to be a progress. Like, you're not just going to come in and be ready. Like, we're going to have to work with each other. And I feel like they'll be good at helping me get better in the next level.
So what do you think you need to really improve upon as you enter this next level?
Definitely physicality. Need to be in the best shape that I can be in, because the level is so much higher. Being physical, and developing the way that this new team wants me to play, which we'll know if that happens.
Right. And the last thing for me is New York is such a city that's a haven for social justice and community philanthropy. So how are you looking forward to making an impact in a city like New York?
Just do the best that I can do, impact the community, how I can impact. I'm coming from a really tight community like Louisville, where everybody knows everybody. So it'll be a little different going to New York, but just impact people that I can, playing basketball, doing the sport I love, and helping who needs help.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Kylee, this is Kit Smith, WHAS 11. Before tonight, did you and Jazz, did you guys have a sense that this could happen?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, when I was talking to Walt Hopkins, he kind of asked me about Jazz, how she is as a teammate. And Jazz is an amazing player, so I predicted her to go early like she did. But it was nice knowing that we were both talking to the same team and we both had the same idea, and just like little insights were like, what, this could happen, like, and then joining Asia is a better benefit as well.
Kylee, this is Andrew Chernoff with WLKY. Has Asia reached out to both of y'all just to say, hey, welcome to the team?
Yes, Asia, she was actually one of the first people. She texted me on Snapchat and was like, congratulations, like, it's going to be so fun. We're all going to meet up. Me and Asia previously talked about the draft coming up, and I was like, I'm nervous. She's like, oh, you got this. And I was like, I'm talking to New York, and I'm like, I like them a lot. She's like, yeah. So it was nice seeing her little text come across the screen.
Have you ever been to Brooklyn?
No, man.
What are you looking forward to about getting to know New York City?
Everything. I mean, basketball is my main focus, but it'll be a new view of scenery and something that I haven't seen before, and I'll acclimate to everything. So it'll be a fun and interesting experience.
Kylee, this is Hayes Gardner with the Courier-Journal. So just to get it right, you were on the phone with Jazz, and she was the one who let you know that you were drafted. And also, were you surprised to be taken 13 overall, or is that kind of what you were thinking would happen?
To be honest, I was surprised. All the mock draft that came out, and everything was up in the air. So yeah, it was surprising, but yeah, Jess called me and was like, congratulations. I'm like, wait, what happened? Like, I thought I was saying it to you. And she's like, no, you made it back to back. I was like, oh, it was amazing.
Kylee, this is
Kylee has Paul Lee with Cardinal Couple. How are you this evening?
Good, how are you?
Just it looks like this New York Liberty team's got a strong ACC presence coming in with Leanna Odom, who you're well familiar with, and also Jocelyn Willoughby out of Virginia. Just talk a little bit about the ACC familiarity you'll have from people you've played against for 3-4 years.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be nice competing with them, playing with them. I've known Odom since we were in high school. I went to McDonald's with her. Willoughby, she's a great player. Played against her for 4 years, and then Jazz, my teammate. So it's kind of nice knowing what everybody brings to the table, their strengths, and being able to compete and play with them.
Kylee, this is Vinny Benedetto from the Gazette in Colorado Springs, and I was just curious, you kind of mentioned that tonight was kind of up in the air. So what were the plans if you didn't hear your name called tonight?
Stay focused, stay positive, do basketball however I can do it, whether that's overseas or camps or pretty much just work until I can make my dream come true.
Awesome. And did you say you're in Colorado Springs now?
Yes.
So I guess how are you getting shots up? How are you mentioned kind of preparing for the physicality of the WNBA game. How are you training, or how are you preparing now?
My friend has a basketball hoop that I've been using, and I'll also go to the park. I've been running on the track and doing kind of sessions, like working out that my strength and conditioning coach has been giving me.
Awesome. And then being a McDonald's All-American and setting records in Colorado, I'm sure kind of playing in the WNBA has long been a goal of yours. But when did that goal when did it flip into being realistic, where you're like, all right, this isn't just something that I'm shooting for, it's something that's kind of really attainable? When did that settle in for you?
Well, like you said, it's always been a dream of mine, probably since my freshman year. Well, seventh grade. I thought about it, and then 8th grade, 9th grade. And then when I started getting recognized by colleges and college coaches, I was like, okay, like I can make a living with this. But then I would probably say my senior and then freshman year at college, just watching like Brianna Stewart and Elena Deladon, and like I wanted to be like them someday. So when I got to college, I'm like, I want to make this happen, and I want to work to be the best I can be so I can be playing with them.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Anything else for Kylee?
I have one more, Nick.
Go ahead.
Kylee, would you say that being a pro player is something you aspired to do since you were a kid? Is it something you thought about not until you got to Louisville? When did it maybe cross your mind that being a pro basketball player was something that you hoped to be?
I would probably say 6th grade was when I was like, okay, like that's cool. Like that's watching them on TV. And then 7th, 8th grade. But I think it really hit me probably my senior year at high school that I can do it. Like it's possible. And I think I finally realized that that's how much work it took. When I got to college, I was like, oh, okay, like I really need to crack down if this is what I really want to do in life. So I would probably say college is when I realized I could do it and I have the potential to do it. But then I also realized how much work it takes to get where all these professionals are.
Could Kylee just talk about the time that you spent in Louisville, some of the things that you'll remember and some of the things you'll miss here?
I miss the team, the coaches, the atmosphere playing for U of L. My journey was amazing. I mean, freshman year, Sweet 16, sophomore year, Final Four, junior year, Elite Eight. Sadly, this year got cut short, but my experience was great basketball-wise. I learned a lot. I grew a lot. There was a lot of ups and downs, and I think Coach Walls, Coach Norman, Coach Purcell, the whole coaching staff for helping me get through my highs and lows and always believing in me. But overall, my experience was amazing, and it's one that I'll never forget. College flies by, but it was definitely a journey.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Thank you, Kylee.
Yep.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Kylee. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Kylee.